Jazz back with another download. This is my 12 by 12 canvas collage, I suppose you would call it. But basically what I've done is using cosmic shimmers of blues, golds, reds, browns, all sorts of colours I sprayed all round the edges of my canvas. And if I can just show you a side, give you some idea, if you can see them, of the colours. I can't see very well. And there's loads of different colours on there, and you can also see some very faint stamped floral swirl images on there. Maybe you'll see them. And I also went around the edge in a black chiffon ribbon, not chiffon, sorry, satin ribbon. So I've done that, and then on the first piece of paper that I actually put on, it was like a dark sort of bluey sort of brown, as you can see there. And on the piece of paper then that I put on top of that, it's got it's blue and brown sort of background, and I've put these stamped sort of floral images on there, you know, all over the paper, and inked it with the stormy sky and the walnut in the Tim Holtz inks, just, you know, in places and sort of around the edges. I've also burnt some of the bits of the paper, and as you can see, I've put this one here is a brown lace, and using burlap as well, I've put that in places, and there's the brown lace. And then down here I've got like this bluey brown lace as well, which I've also put underneath where I've burnt it. Now on top of that again, I had some script paper, like Tim Holtz script paper, and this particular piece I went round that, inked just around the edges, and I've put this beigey sort of lace trim on it. And then this other one in the stormy sort of stormy sky, you can just sort of see the paper there. I've inked around that in the blue and put this cream lace trim on, and put a bit of blue around that. And then on this one I have used, oh gosh, what was that one called? Dusty Concord. It's like the purple ink, Tim Holtz ink, and then put like a purple trim around that as well, and just pop that in places. Using the the Tim Holtz dies it was, and I used I think it was the Hardware Findings, and it gave you this design, like the flare sort of design, which I've took around the side. And then I've popped brads into that. You can see that, and I've put two of those on. Let's bear with me, let me just move this so it's in a better light for you. That's better. And I also used the hanging sign, Tim Holtz die as well, and I've embossed this, and I've used like a gold and blue embossing powder, as you can see there. Now I've actually done this for a craft store that I use where I live in Cornwall, and I've put the name of it on. She actually calls it the craft store, and I've put that on the plaque, because I'm going to give this as a present to her for her store. No reason, I just decided I thought it might be a nice idea. And across some of the corners I've used that black, it's like a stretchy sort of trim. I've used that there, and over in that corner there, and I've put a Wild Orchid Craft gardenia on and sprayed that. And the lady that owns the shop, her name's Ruth, so I'll put her name just underneath there. And this is another little bit of a trim that I just added. It was just a bit of beaded trim, which I've just popped on there. And I've also got like a butterfly trim, which I've put underneath. I generally have used like silk and paper flowers on the board, but starting with the main one, I've used the Dusty Concord and the Walnut and the Stormy Sky ink, and coloured the flower so it comes out in all those three colours, and put a bit of glitz spray on it, and then popped a button in the middle. And then I've used like a variety of flowers, of roses, of buds, of all sorts of different flowers in there. And also pieces of the burlap that I pulled out, I've also popped in there. And I've got some twigs from a garland that I had. Oh, it's very dark. And some twigs in there from a garland that I had as well, and added those in. But you can see I've got brown roses, blue buds, yellow flowers, white flowers, and there's a stick pin in there as well. And I've also had like there was a brooch that I had, and it's got like this branch on there, as you can see, and I've added that on. And up here it's another brooch that I had, which I popped on, and then I've hung a bit of like chain with all like beads and blingy beads and leaves and pearls and stuff like that on there. So I've done quite a lot. There's a lot going on in it. There's a lot of flowers and that, but this is basically your finished product, and I hope you like it. So thanks again for watching. Thank you.